Hello, hello, beautiful souls. We are tuning in for today's message, this week's message. We are coming up on a very, very beautiful Libra new moon, and it's right on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio. And there's this really big message of how we can tune into the harvest blessings, but also rewrite the script, right? Libra is about balance. Libra is about how we can bring ourselves into like the justice energy, right? That which we receive, that which we do. So the big message is, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your space? We are just coming through a very powerful eclipse. We're in the harvest energy. We're right on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio. Scorpio is transformation, right? Deep transformation, but also passion and growth and aggression and truly tuning into your spiritual aspects, tuning into your ability to tune into your inner guidance, your inner soul spark, your inner guidance. And with this Libra energy, it's giving us the opportunity to balance things out in our life. I'm looking at the High Priestess card. I'm looking at balance of black and white, dark goddess, light goddess, masculine, feminine, and also this integration with the earth, the integration with Mama Gaia, the integration with how we are co-creating with the universe. Now, for many of us, we have been shedding off many, many layers. At fall season, you have to release to receive, right? We're receiving the crops of the things we've been growing, right? We're receiving the crops of the things that we've been putting our energy into. What have you been putting your energy into? Some dreams take time. Some dreams take a long time. Some plants grow in a season. Some plants grow in 50 days. Some plants grow in years, like an oak tree, right? So don't be discouraged by what is being present and what is showing itself to you. This Libra energy is bringing us to a space of I hear proclamation and self-acceptance and self-growth, autonomy, freedom, giving yourself permission to receive this really deep fuck yeah energy, this really deep, this is what I want, this is where I'm going, and then doing that. And when we continue to put our energy into things, things grow. It's the law of physics. What are you putting your energy into? Is it bad habits from the past? Is it laziness? I don't like to use the word laziness, especially for neurodivergence, but we can definitely get ourselves into some unhealthy situations like doom scrolling or binge watching Netflix for a show you don't even like, right? I ask you, what are you avoiding when you find yourself scrolling or binge watching or reaching for an unhealthy habit? What are we avoiding within ourselves or within our direct reflection of this life? Now, the cards we pulled today are super fucking powerful. I'm using an oracle deck today. We have the Harvest. We have Twin Flame Union and Connection. We have Earth Magic. And on the bottom of the deck, I have Summoning Power. Now, they're wanting me to look at the Summoning the Power first. This is this energy we're in right now, and it's a 4. So it's bringing me to a very stable, I hear a stable outfit. Very stable practices, daily habits, business habits. Something's been very stable for you, and it's giving you ability to receive off of that stability. If you've been very disciplined in your physical, like say you exercise 7 days a week, right? If you've been very disciplined in your physical exercise, then you're receiving a very good feeling, a very good energy, right? If you've been very disciplined in your business, then you're able to receive off of that energy. It's also bringing me to the space of truly tuning into your instincts. Your instincts are trying to guide you to something beautiful and something big. She's also channeling her energy through a horn into the wolves, but it doesn't look that way. It looks like she's holding the wolves back. She's like, stay right here. So it's like it's this really big energy of pause, stay right here. It's not time to move yet. And as we're shifting through this Libra energy, we're giving ourselves a proclamation. That's a really interesting word. And the energy to move forward. When things start moving, they're going to go. So it's going to be really, really, really important to allow yourself to be with yourself. Anytime we're looking at a new moon, it's releasing and calling in, right? Releasing and calling in. It's new. But coming up to the newness of the moon, it's shedding off until there's nothing left. So it's that big energy of release and renewal. Your spirit team is like, stop, stay, just wait. It's not time yet. So continue doing those business things. Continue doing those physical health things. Continue doing what it is that you're doing, which is really beautiful. It's a really powerful card. Okay, the next one they're wanting me to look at is this earth magic. Are we going backwards? No, we're going as stepping stones up. Okay. This earth magic brings about this fearless energy, fearlessness, removing obstacles. You are the earth. You are the universe in human form. And again, autonomy is really important. The number 26 is also really important. Also the number 8. It's bringing me to this be fucking fearless. And really holding on to your autonomy, really holding on to your freedom. This is me. This is who I want. Really holding your, or not holding, I don't like that word, really being your authentic self, really being your freedom, being autonomy. Autonomy is this space of this is who the fuck I am. This is what I'm doing, right? This is who I am. Really strong in your beliefs, really strong in your actions, really strong in your purpose, really strong in your business, really strong within yourself. Like, this is who I am. I am autonomy. I am in my authentic freedom, expressing myself now. So there's this big space of truly just continuing to be that and amplify that and work with this. This is who I am. This is what I want. When we continue to show up that way, when we continue to align to that within our own experiences, we are showing to the universe that we truly want this. That's what creates that quantum change. And they say that's irrelevant. They're really focusing on autonomy. What can you do now to feel free, to feel unhinged, unbound, truly allowing yourself to experience freedom? There's also a huge energy about the wolf spirit and the horse spirit. Also, she looks like her eyes are really white. She looks like a ghost. So there could be a really important guide that's communicating with you at this time. It's also showing me the white buffalo and the white buffalo woman when she brought the harvest cow. When she brought the harvest cow to the people. And it's showing me a baby buffalo. Are they called a cow? Interesting. But she brought corn to the people. And she brought corn to the people so they could have a harvest. There's this energy about your spirit team, your soul self, a specific ancient guide is going to bring you something amazing. Continue being in your fearlessness. And I don't just mean fearless like, it's kind of showing me like an arrogant space of cocky autonomy. I don't mean that. I mean, doing the thing that's scary, speaking on stage, moving to a new place, building a new business and unsure how things are going to work out. That's fucking fearlessness. Being a single mom and knowing that you're going to make it through, right? Leaving a toxic relationship to be a single parent. Fearlessness. That's fucking fearlessness, right? Leaving toxic past situations, abuse, neglect, sexual abuse, like, and then allowing yourself to be alone. That is fearlessness. That is autonomy, right? Allowing yourself to build a business, to quit a toxic job, to go after your passions and your dreams. That's fucking fearlessness. That's tenacious autonomy. So there's this huge energy of really honoring your fearlessness, honoring your tenacious actions, honoring your authority, honoring your autonomy, honoring your fearless, authentic self, radical acceptance of who you are. This is who I am. This is what I want. I'm not accepting anything less. No. No is a full sentence. And it feels so fucking powerful. It is so beautiful. This energy is amazing. Really being in that fearless act. Moving to a new location, 6, 7, 10, 24 hours away, right? Fearlessness. This fearlessness is going to remove the obstacles of the past. Yeah, we don't know how we're going to make it, especially if you say you're leaving a toxic situation. You have no idea if you're going to make it. You don't know if you're going to be safe. You don't know if you're going to have money. You don't know if you're going to have food on the table. You're leaving a toxic situation. Are you going to be safe? Are they going to find me? Right? I've been there. But it's removing those obstacles of limitation. Moving to a new place and building a new business, being an entrepreneur. A huge energy of surrender and trusting the universe. Okay. This next card is the twin flame union, and I'm seeing rainbows in their hands. When the sun was shining on it, I saw rainbow light going into this tiger. Remember, you are the tiger and you are the twin flame. Is this your masculine and feminine? Is this the black and white of the high priestess, right? Whatever this is big and it's flowing through you. There's also a really big space of being crowned with the phoenix. Being crowned with the phoenix for this beautiful new Libra, new moon energy. There could be a soul partner coming through. There could be soul connections coming through, new contracts being made. Okay, they wanted me to touch on this. We're coming up on the Mercury retrograde. I have been working with Mercury for a really long time, and everybody says don't sign contracts, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. If you're acting out of arrogance, or if you're not listening to your intuition, then don't sign a contract. If you're not acting on your emotions either, whether they're super high and awesome and sexy and beautiful, or they're super low and you're scared and you're terrified and you're acting in lack, right? Don't sign a contract. But when you're acting in your authority with Mercury, like, what do I need to see? How can I strategically move through this energy? How can I strategically express my boundaries and my needs with the contract? How can we strategically support each other through a contract, right? Being very clear vocally, being very clear with yourself about boundaries and expectations, being very clear with the partner or contracted union, whether it be a business partner, it's showing me business partners, right? Even a soul partner or a friend partner, a relationship, being very, very clear with your boundaries and with the expectations. If we go into a relationship with no expectations and no boundaries, it is chaos, and everybody, and you can lead to taking advantage of one or another, or feeling out of balance, or feeling like somebody's taking advantage of you. So it's really important. Mercury shows us to really communicate through those darker aspects of ourselves. That's why it goes backwards. Really communicating through our needs, our expectations, and how we can bring them to the forefront to be met on all parts of the table. And it's showing me God has prepared a table before you. Who is sitting at your table? Can you communicate your needs with them? If you cannot, should they be at the table? And it brings me back to leaving toxic relationships, or leaving a toxic home, or leaving a toxic pattern. Are you communicating with yourself clearly? This is very strong energy. Are you communicating with the people at the table? If you cannot set boundaries or have expectations clearly, vocally, and have them respected, and you them, should they be at your table? There's no one size fits all. Brother Yeshua didn't have 13 disciples at his table and not be able to communicate his needs, right? While he also listened to their needs. It created a system. Mercury is part of that system. When Mercury comes to the table, he has something to see. He has something to share. And it's usually about contracts and boundaries and authority and how you can be more righteous or be more solid and sovereign within yourself. When you can be sovereign and solid within your own authenticity, within your own boundaries, within your own needs and expectations, then you can vocalize that and express that to other people. Also, with this beautiful twin flame action, there could be somebody new coming into your life. I don't like to look at it as twin flames because I feel like that's going to shift depending on the frequency that we're on. And also, we're not taking anything away from ourselves. We are the universe in human form. And if we're expecting somebody to be a twin flame, we're setting ourselves up for failure. Also, the twin flame relationship can be a very toxic experience because it's something that you're needing to see within yourself, whether that's good or whether that's bad, whether it's toxic or whether it's divine. That's depending on where you are in your life and where the other person is in their life. There again, if you're putting that expectation on somebody, you're not being in a sovereign divine relationship. You're putting those expectations on another person. There's also a huge uprising of, I'm looking at the Judgment card in this energy, and like uprising to a new space within yourself, uprising to a new space within your twin flame reunion within yourself, up-leveling to a new space, literally. Also, Tiger's Eye is going to be really important. And I just moved to this location and I don't have my crystals out yet. And I'm really, really, really wanting some Tiger's Eye. And Tiger's Eye is something that I only use when I'm summoning courage and really shifting through something. Again, going back to authority, authenticity, and sovereign expectations, sovereign boundaries. This is really beautiful. It's also a number 16, 16 and a 7. And then it comes up to this harvest energy. This is really beautiful. Again, with the corn goddess, right? With the white buffalo. This gathering of blessings. Okay. And it's directly correlating with the nervous system and the lymph system. Interesting. When we're gathering our blessings, if our body is not prepared to receive them, we will not see them. If you cannot receive them, you will not see them. And our nervous system, if we're in a flight, fight, or freeze, fawn response, it's going to be really hard to see those blessings. Now, some blessings are really big and you can't fucking miss it because it's like fireworks in your face, right? And I feel like some of these blessings are going to be like that. But are you able to feel them? Are you able to see them? Are you able to experience them in the wholeness and with your nervous system? Interesting. There's going to be a huge detoxification in the body and in the lymph system during this new moon. Again, it's a 4. So we have 444. We also have 26 and 16, which is a 7 and an 8. And we also have this 17 right here, which is a sacred action. And this is the other bottom card, which is really beautiful. They want me to touch on that as well. So the numbers are very beautiful. So we have 4, 26, 16, 44, and 17. So if you're a quantum weaver, those numbers will be significant. These harvest bath blessings, gathering to provide for the winter. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, so I just stepped out a really, really sacred part of my life. Much shedding, much releasing, much facing lack. There was a few years ago that I was in this space of starvation and scarcity. And it was interesting. I had this conversation with my daughter yesterday. I was like, it's interesting. We just went shopping and we didn't stock up on all this crazy stuff. She was, yeah, Mom, you remember when you were preparing for the apocalypse? And I was like, and she's like, when you were filling all those totes with food? I've been shedding off those layers for quite a few years right now. And now that we've moved into this new space, there's no need to over harvest. Yes, harvesting is important, especially when you're in winter areas, right? Winter can be hard. Winter can be harsh. But when we are over harvesting in a lack mindset, we're not able to receive the truest blessings of beautiful squash, or having 10 pounds of apples to make apple pie with, or canned applesauce, right? Yes, provide for the winter and stock up for the winter. But seems like a different stocking up for the winter. This seems like it's like an energetic release, and I have the sun right in my third eye right now, and it's like this space of energetic stocking up. This energetic, no longer using yourself as a scapegoat, no longer scapegoating your business or sugarcoating your success or denying your success. And it's like this huge space of physical, financial uprising. It's really beautiful. Physical, financial shifting, physical, financial experiences, because you've shed off those layers of trauma or pain or scarcity or starvation, and you're no longer preparing for the apocalypse in your nervous system, rather you're preparing to receive the abundance of the energy that you've been putting in. It hasn't just been to surrender and release. Where have you been putting your energy? And I feel like I'm speaking in code today quite a bit. I feel like there's a lot of messages for quite a few people. So congratulations. And really tuning into what it is you're harvesting at this time. Congratulations. Okay, and this last one I wanted me to touch on is the sacred action, which is really cool. And then we have death and rebirth at the bottom. And it's a fucking, oh wow, that's a 19. That's cool. With any dream, we have to take action. Where are you putting your energy in this current moment? In order to up level, and looking at its steps. I laid it out as steps. In order to up level, and I want me to touch on that too. Okay. You have to put in sacred action. Where are you putting your time and energy? Is it in a new home? Is it in a business? Is it in self-expression? Is it in autonomy? Is it in financial flow and freedom? Is it in new friendships, new relationships, divine trust, divine surrender? Is it in family patterns and family healing, family communication, right? Where are you putting your time and energy? And allow yourself to truly feel the beauty of your devotion. If you're devoted to remodeling a house, really honor the growth that it takes to do those things. If you're devoted to peace and communication in your family, really honor your caring and compassionate nature to release old toxic family patterns and heal the next generation and heal your family, or maybe not heal, but rejuvenate. You're filling a cup. You're filling your family's cup. You're filling your house's cup. You're filling your business's cup. You're filling your cup. You're being a beautiful steward. So really pay attention to where you're putting your energy, and then allow yourself to receive the blessings of you're doing that for you. You're doing that for love. You're doing that for devotion. You're doing that to be a better steward, a better parent, a better homeowner, a better land steward, a better business owner, whether you're in a career or you're working for yourself. Even if you're changing a tire, I'm loving my vehicle today. Thank you, vehicle. Thank you, self. It's beautiful to see you devoted. So really paying attention to what you're devoted to, and then continuing to do those things. And the last thing I'll share is really working with the Jaguar medicine, is working with your shadow. This, as we're stepping in, I'm not going to touch on it too much, but as we're stepping into Scorpio energy, your shadow can empower you or it can trap you. You hold the key. And again, she has a horn. Oh wow, that's really interesting. Again, with the light and the dark. The High Priestess energy. High Priest, High Priestess. This is really powerful, like fuck yeah energy, like confident, very confident. And again, bringing it back to the authority and communicating with Mercury, knowing your expectations, knowing your boundaries, knowing your, say it's a business plan, right? This is my plan. These are the steps I'm going to follow, right? Really holding yourself to that standard and being confident in what it is that you're doing. This is fucking alignment. This is alignment. This is powerful. And the more you do this, the more you stay in this alignment, the more you work with your shadows and your light, the faster you're going to uprise into this harvest blessings. Remember, harvest season lasts till Yule, okay? Well, like 2 or 3 weeks before Yule, but we still have a month. It's not just one moon or a harvest full moon or a new moon. It's a whole month of receiving, of harvesting gardens and harvesting your work and putting in your time, and right? So don't feel like you missed out on anything. You stay in this energy of confidence, stay in this energy of growth. It's really powerful. I love you, beautiful souls. We'll see you soon.